We've done 47-minute videos. Starting a podcast. Whoever's watching this, we're starting a podcast. Don't worry about these two in the background. Don't worry about the guy behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Okay. So and for you guys getting ready to watch this on the vlog, I have none of my equipment here, so I'm gonna do the sound for the podcast, the music, the opening music, holding this phone next to that phone. We'll see if it works.
Okay. What type of music?
Rob Zombie always.
You have to.
Oh, fine. Or shoot. This PC.
Darn it.
Darn it. Let's start warp a sound real fast. See, I'm not used to videoing at the same time. Okay. Pause. I think we got it.
We are one. One is the beginning. The one Herbert.
It's the opening of my podcast. Everybody knows it.
See, I play Canadian stuff personally, but.
All right, everybody, you heard us talking, and sorry about the sound quality. All my equipment's in the truck. I just talked about it. I'm actually videotaping this at the same time. Let me turn this down. Holding up one phone against another because I'm recording this podcast, the Almost Daily Podcast, on a mobile device today with another phone as the music. Yeah, these drinks are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with a couple people. We'll talk about that in just one moment. We're actually in a hotel room at Universal Studios, 3rd floor, overlooking a pool, getting ready for an enjoyable day. Already did the daily vlog, so you guys keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting it on YouTube here shortly. First off, let me thank my Patreon supporters. Without them, this podcast would not be made possible because it does help pay for my pro account at SoundCloud. Also, it helps pay for adventures that I do out on the road, roadside attractions, on a road less traveled, the daily vlogs and the almost daily vlogs. So without them and their continuing support, I don't know what I'd be doing. But let me thank them. Chris Kitchen, Indian Maiden, and Jolene Bowler. You can check out what Chris is up to at Chris Kitchen Designs or go to glassgeek.com. I have a direct link for all of his 3D printed artwork. Indian Maiden, you can check out what they're up to by going over to YouTube, typing in the word I Maiden, and all their content will be made available. And that's the letter I, not the word I, like your normal I. It's the letter I. Check them out. They do some great stuff. Anyway, I am here with a few people. One of them my son. Well, I'll let them introduce themselves here. Just doing a quick little interview. They're starting something pretty amazing, and I figured, hey, it's new content. I'm not in a truck all by myself. I'm actually sitting here with people, which is kind of embarrassing because I'm not used to talking to anybody. I'm used to sitting in a truck, honestly, talking by myself. It
I know,
sucks.
I've seen it.
It does. You've heard it.
Nah, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't see
He's
it.
seen
I've
it.
seen the videos.
The videos, but not the podcast. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
Well, we are Extinguished 13, which is an upcoming gaming design company that we're trying to come to life. My name is Juan Arias,
My name is Nicholas Sayre.
and we're here with our Patreon supporter,
Rick Sayre.
Rick Sayre.
Glass Geek.
Appreciate
And
your support.
GoFundMe.
And our GoFundMe supporter also.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen on Google Plus, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and everything else that I'm a member of or a part of, I do share their Patreon link quite often. I share your guys' stuff. Not so much.
The GoFundMe.
I've been waiting for you guys to kind of show a little bit of what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And I have seen some of the concept art, and I have shared that, and I have shared the Patreon campaign, and not so much the GoFundMe, but I need to start sharing that more because you guys, from the artwork and stuff like that, it looks like you guys are advancing a little.
We are. What we're working on right now is getting a storyline, but that's going to take a while. We're working on 4 or 5 different ways we can start the game at, and then look into for someone to branch out the storyline and get that started.
We're also trying to come up with our main character's name, face,
Voice.
But if y'all want to check out our artwork, you go to extinguishedxii.simdef.com. We have an entire gallery.
Sorry about that. Everybody knows airplane mode should be the way to go.
Yeah, but we have our entire gallery with the artwork we have at present time, and truthfully, if any of you guys are
Look at me!
perfect
Don't look at
drawers-
the microphone. Look at me.
If any of y'all are perfect drawers, shoot us an
feel
email.
free to contact us. You know, all hands on deck. Anybody looking, you know, to help or even become part of Extinguisher 13, we are open ears. You know.
So what we'll do is we'll talk about this also at the end and how to contact you guys, everything else. Plus, I'll put the links and stuff in the description below this and on the Almost Daily vlog. How many people you guys have in your group right now?
We have, other than me and Nick, we have our friend named Chris and Aaron
And Angel's son, maybe.
Yes, we actually got. I'm getting in touch with this guy that works with us. His name's Angel Perez. His son Marlon. He actually is a 3D animator for movies. He's worked on Iron Man 2, the Fast and Furious series, the movie Armored, and quite a few movies. So
On the CGI with the
yeah.
movies?
He has the knowledge for the programs that, you know, basically the same programs we're eventually going to start using. Just we're holding off on that because, you know, we want to have something. Since he's on another level, we want to have a little bit more to present to him. You know, kind of keep it at a serious level. But yeah, that's another contact we've just made, and we're working towards.
How
that.
often do you guys get together as a group to discuss concept?
Pretty much every day at lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all have full-time jobs and you're doing this.
Yes.
You can't devote all your time just yet.
No, we try to literally throughout the day. We stop and talk like 15 minutes, and we go, oh, we got this idea, we have this idea, write that down, or this would be good. You know, let's
This
cross that
concept
out.
for the game would be
Yeah.
amazing.
And
But do you all work are you all able at lunchtime to meet up, or is it a video conference, or do you do you guys discuss it on phone at lunch break, or do you all work together?
Well, most of us during lunch break work on the same shift, so we're actually able to talk about it. There's one person, Aaron. He works second shift, so we have to talk about it in between our shifts.
yeah,
How did you all meet? Did you all go to the
Work.
Art Institute in Tampa together, or
No.
did you're so
Uh,
who all has education in computer programming and arts, computer arts?
Me
and Aaron.
and Aaron.
And so what-
Aaron
You
built
you
his
you
own
attended.
Art Institute
Art
of Tampa for a double major of media arts, animation, and game art and design.
And Aaron is still. I think he's still going to
Yeah.
the one in.
Full Sail or something?
No.
No,
it
it was
was it Tampa? No.
no, it wasn't Tampa. It was over in Ocala or something.
Something like that. But he's going for the same thing.
It was a
game
tech
design
college.
That's okay. So and so you've got one programmer or one art person programmer, and you're getting a salesperson, a media consultant, and everything else. You're trying to put the whole team. Are you still looking for people like that to join?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
We'll always be looking for it because, as of right now, our game, if it just stayed the four of us, it would take 3 to 5 years even get a demo done.
We'll discuss your game. We'll discuss your game in just 1 second.
I'm just explaining how long it would
I
take.
know. Don't jump down my throat. He's been doing that since the day he was born.
Yeah.
So now you got me off track.
See what? Let me intro. What I do right now, what I feel like I'm playing the role is, you know, trying to get more contacts. You know, get the name out there more on the business side. You know, keep it.
Are you going to different conventions and meeting people and?
Planning to as soon as I have a better open availability to. I do want to attend some of the conventions.
And you have a family, so it's harder for you. You have to
Yes.
keep a full-time job.
I have a 2-year-old, so terrible twos.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's kind of hard for me, but I guarantee my mind is on this most of the time when I'm not with my family. So
Yeah, I have that issue sometimes. I get when I'm at work, like my boss called me in the office one time and let me know this job that you have is your primary source of income. So
Yeah.
you better pay most of your time, most of your
Yeah.
attention to your work, and that stuff you're doing on the side is that's extra. That's kind of, what do they call
Secondary.
it? No, not secondary, but what's that?
a hobby.
A hobby.
Yeah.
You know, so make sure it. So is this a hobby for you, or are you looking to make this your full-time career?
Oh, definitely. Eventually, we, you know, not only this we have in mind, but we eventually, you know, we're trying to work on one thing, get started, eventually branch out and become a brand, you know. And definitely we want to become full-time and focus on this. And
So you definitely do need a media person to help put that brand out there as you're creating. Because I've noticed I've only been doing stuff for. When did I get Google Glass? 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so when did I start? When did I start my website?
You started your website
about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's still. I got the brand, and we have the books out there, but it's so hard. It's so hard to get that attention and draw in a crowd of supporters, someone that's actually willing to support you and the things that you want. And so a media person would really help you guys.
Well, see, that's why we're shooting for our demo first, because as soon as we have the demo.
Scoot a little closer. You're off camera. Sorry, guys.
Well, you have it totally
Yeah,
wrong.
podcasters, we are doing video at the same time.
But we are trying to shoot for our demo first. As soon as we have our demo, we could put them in Game Informers, and any game lover, this is going to be the apex of gaming.
So you're planning on an E3 exhibit and everything else
Basically.
when the demo comes to fruition possibly next season, if you're able to get it done before E3, you're going to be able to possibly sign up for a booth.
Truthfully, if we're able to get it done for this next CES,
Not CES, that's
no,
Consumer
I know.
Electronics.
It is, but the thing is, I want to have some demos to pass out too,
Yeah.
because
The demo is going to be free, of course. We're put our time in that, and the demo is going to consist of not the beginning and not the end, more of a in the middle.
Yeah.
You'll start off, get a taste, not easy, not hard. You know, the moderate level. Get a feel how the game's going to go, what's going to be, and we're aiming for when that comes out, when that happens, we'll build up more support. You know, be.
Now, graphically, what are you looking at? Are you looking like cell shading? Are you looking at polygonal, like Final Fantasy look? Are you looking for
Witcher 3
Witcher
style,
3 style, or
which is more realistic. We want it to be as real as possible.
Yeah, that's going to take way more programming than your small team right now. So you definitely do need to look for.
Another thing, I
People
think
come in.
we were talking about again the EI
Yeah,
number
the EIN
for our business. That way we can actually go to community colleges or some technical colleges, universities, and possibly get some interns to help out. Since it's for their credit and it's
Kramer did it on Seinfeld, so I don't know.
Well, the thing is, this main game that we have our idea for, it's not the only thing. We have, after this, we have future ideas for games. We have a future idea for an app.
Now, well, app development's big right now, especially with iOS and Android. Not so much Windows, but no one's really doing much for Windows and Windows Mobile, Windows anything. So
Because Windows sucks.
no, Windows is fine. They just need app developers to
Yeah.
jump on board. So creating for a platform that not so many people are really creating for now, that may be a market, And then with the HoloLens coming out,
Especially with the HoloLens, because the augmented reality.
yeah, that augmented and VR are going to be really big this year. What systems are you guys? Is it just a PC game, or are you looking at home gaming consoles?
We're looking more towards like the PlayStations and Xbox.
Yeah, we're trying to stay away PC. Because I believe there's more attention when it's home systems. So I think it'll be more.
Now you heard the news. What was it? I believe it came out yesterday that the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 have discontinued. They're not making them anymore. And you know how like sometimes there's such a big fan base that
They'll bring it back.
no, that's not Sony and the big name developers like EA and stuff like that. They're done. But it's like the 3DO and other game systems of the past, the TurboGrafx 16 or some of the old, with the Neo Geos and stuff. There's still a community out there that create, because the systems are so beloved, so you could
They
even
create
start
new
there.
games, yeah.
They can create new stuff for the older systems, so they keep those alive for a while, and that may be a market also. I don't know.
That's a good
And because
idea.
of the easy development, because everybody knows already how to develop for those systems. And with the new Xbox One and the new PlayStation, the new Nintendo that's coming out, they're so difficult to program for.
Yeah, nowadays everything's becoming digital download for game consoles and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, so you're planning on digital downloads and streaming?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Downloadable
Downloadable
content. We're talking about like maps and stuff like that. We actually saw a post one time at work on Google that I showed you that we saw a bunch of games listed, and we're like, look, this is literally good. Our game is literally gonna put features from every single of them games into our game, and then they're gonna get a taste of everything. You know, I tell Nick it's gonna be Skyrim with GT, Grand Theft Auto, and a bunch of other games, Battlefield,
Sleeping
Dogs, Watch Dogs. It's gonna
So
be
you guys are
everything.
putting a big, because there's also rumors that video game sales and stuff have dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
I don't know if
43%.
the market just got flooded so bad, or there's nothing new and innovative out there that people aren't just jumping. I mean, the last one was the Star Wars Battlefront or whatever was the biggest release, and it may not be what everybody wanted, but for a Star Wars fan, it sold pretty well. But that was like one of the biggest titles this year.
Well, who would have expected
Nothing else sold.
What is that? The one, the little blocks. That game?
Oh, Minecraft.
Who would have expected something like that?
Something
to hit
that
off
simple.
So,
I know.
you know, so
Those little niche games, you know, so you don't have to put so much money into programming and everything else to have a hit,
yeah.
or a device. Everybody has a handheld computer because these aren't just phones; these are handheld PCs. And is this recording? Yeah. So
No, see, the whole thing, the reason the gaming went down 43% is because it's all so similar. And our idea for this game,
let's
there's
go
nothing
ahead.
out there like it.
Explain your idea for the game. Give the people here a
I'll
taste.
let Juan do that.
Go ahead and explain kind of your idea and the concept, the name of it again, and then we'll get to the stuff at the end. You know, the
What's
website.
the name?
The name of our game is Prometheus's Talos. It means
Say that once. Say that slower so people get it.
Prometheus's Talos.
Say it fast 3 times.
You go for that. But it means it's Greek for beginning of the end. And
And that's also your company's name.
no, our company name's Extinguished 13.
Okay.
Roman numeral 13.
That's because I love the Roman numerals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
And yeah, the game, it's gonna be revolutionary. That's
In
what we're
what
saying.
ways, without giving away too many spoilers, what's gonna make it stand out?
Let's just say 100 worlds, and every world is different.
Okay, and explain the worlds. They're actually, this is going to be taking place in space, different planets.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. It's. Let's just say this: we're thinking about starting off here on Earth. You know, modern day.
Like 100 years in the future.
Yeah, something like that.
So instead of a galaxy a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away,
No.
it's starting out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna expect. You're not expecting what we're planning to put in the storyline. It's gonna a bunch of U-turns because at the end you won't expect what's gonna happen. You know, from where the game is starting off to where we're gonna leave it at, what we're aiming to leave it at, it's gonna throw you off. It's gonna leave you wanting to know what happens next, and that's where.
So
The
tons of
next
cliff.
game.
Each level is a cliffhanger.
Yeah, definitely.
Each game's a cliffhanger.
So each level, each world's a new game.
Basically.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. And they'll all probably be expansion packs, downloadable expansion packs, or
Content.
streaming.
Like, do you mind if I get on one world?
Well, no.
Go ahead,
Who's
go ahead.
creating the stories? Do you guys do it as a team?
We both go home, draw or write down ideas, and then we meet up and we're like, "What about this one?" If we agree that no, that didn't work, we'll cross it off, and then we go for whichever one we decide is the best, whichever one we all agree on.
Mhm.
That way we're on the same page all the time and moving forward together. To develop this game. Go ahead, tell them about one of your ideas. One of the
Well, one of my ideas. It was.
I like how you watch the microphone. Watch the
I
phone.
can't help it.
he's like he's talking
It's a
right to you
habit.
guys, man.
It's a habit. I'm sorry, but no, like how you were saying when we
It's
were
a habit.
doing that,
You never do this.
He talks to Google all the time.
I-
He talks to
I
Google
really
at work
do.
all the time.
I'm always saying, "Okay, Google."
No.
But
Don't say the words because every device,
That's
my
why
watches, everything, Google
that's why I
Glass,
hushed
everything
it
will be
down. No, but when we went on the helicopter, you were saying we want to go to Disney World in Paris because they have a steampunk version of Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, we have artwork already based on it. We were planning on making a steampunk world
Mm-hmm.
where all the creatures that you fight against are machines.
Yeah.
Basically gone wrong.
Yeah,
the
one-
armors.
One world can be based in the past, one can be in the future, one can be present time. It's a roller coaster. You won't get tired. You won't.
And to keep up with the concept art and stuff that you guys are doing, you would go to which website? How can we find you guys?
The company website, which is extinguished.
XIII.SIMDIF.com.
And I'll keep throughout the week. I'll be posting links and stuff throughout social media. Also, I'll probably put a link at glassgeek.com on the about page.
And also our Patreon page and our GoFundMe. Whoever wants to, show support.
Yeah. And Patreon. I love Patreon. That gets me going. It gets me into roadside attractions. It helps pay for certain things that I do, like this podcast. Patreon's awesome. I've tried GoFundMe before a few times. For some reason, I have a lot of support, but no one wants to support me through GoFundMe. It's all Patreon.
Yeah.
No, we only have $10 on that so far.
Well, hey, it's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start. Once people start kicking in and they see that you guys are building, once they see your artwork and your concepts and stuff like that, they may say, hey, these guys are onto something, and we're willing to support them. Because there's a lot of Kickstarters out there. Like, I will not support people that create hardware of any kind, right? Because sometimes you give them money, and it never comes to fruition. The product never gets made. But media, software developers, stuff like that, usually you always see something because they're working so hard. So the stuff you guys are doing, it should be picking up once the word of mouth gets out there, because you guys in media is what GoFundMe is for. Not just the Pebble watch, not just which Pebble is one of the few hardware companies that actually made a great product. So.
Moto 360.
Well, that's not a GoFundMe campaign. That's Motorola. They don't need GoFundMe.
Still, it's nice though.
Yeah. But so once again, I'm going to go ahead and wind this down because we're at 21 minutes. So once again, I want you guys to speak clearly into this mobile device. Give your websites, your GoFundMes, your Patreons, your company's name, and we'll go ahead and start winding this thing down.
All right. Our company name is Extinguished 13. The 13 is going to be XIII. And
Company website.
Is that now? That is a .com.
No, that's the name. That's our name.
That's our
Extinguished
company name.
13
Okay,
is
do
our
you have a
name.
website yet?
yes,
Okay, what's the web address?
it's Extinguished 13, same style, .SIMDIF.com.
We're still working on developing the web page. It still needs work too, but it's our starter page, so don't judge it. Don't be so
Trust
hard
me,
on it.
I'm having a heck of a time. I'm having a heck of a time right now with WordPress, and I'm trying to do stuff on my website, and I can't do. I haven't updated other than the wording. I haven't changed anything in 2 months. So,
But our Patreon and our GoFundMe, all you do is type in our company name, Extinguished 13, and you'll find us.
in the GoFundMe and the Patreon.
And page.
Yep.
And look throughout social media, because they do post on Google Plus and I believe on Facebook, and you'll see it in Twitter and my feeds, and also on LinkedIn, because I've been sharing their stuff on LinkedIn.
You can find me on Google Plus as under Juan Arias. That's JUANARIAS. And Nick.
Now, hold on a second. I went to Google Plus to look for you because Nick told me
We
you
couldn't
follow
find
me
you.
on Google Plus, and there is like
Check
5 Juan Ariases.
And none of them were you.
None of them were you.
Let me.
I didn't know you
check
followed
that.
me. That's a surprise.
Yeah, I do.
You get so many followers, and it's hard to keep up with everybody.
Might have put a different name, but I don't think so.
No,
but
you're not, because Nick showed me yours.
We also have a company email. It's extinguished13@gmail.com. If you want to contact us, that is one of the best ways.
And who's getting messages? Is that me? What? Oh, that's your sister. Your sister is texting me
Asking
on
for money.
Facebook. She knows I don't use Facebook.
Let me ask you this: did he spell my first name?
No, he looked on mine. He
J-A-U-N?
got it exactly
Oh.
on yours. He's gonna have to follow him.
What do you think your sister right now is asking me?
Money.
Exactly.
It's money. It's all it is.
Sorry, Cass, if you watch this, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I apologize. It's true though. You always ask for money.
Okay, so what were you talking about now?
Our Google Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Google Plus. It's weird because I didn't know you followed me. I don't know. It's hard.
What was that smoke?
It is. What's weird is when you're not in the state and you're traveling out across America, and someone recognizes you. Hey, you're Rick Sayre. Or can I have your autograph? Yeah, people have asked for my autograph. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Or like when someone else comes and gets in your vlog and they recognize you, and because you're Google Glass, obviously. But okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. I hope you guys enjoyed today's daily podcast, because I'm not by myself. I'm actually with other people, which is pretty mind-blowing. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because we're 24, almost 25 minutes in. Let me once again thank my Patreon supporters, Chris Kitchen, Indian Maiden, and Jolene Bowler. You two, I'm getting messages again. Damn your sister. If you two would like to become a Patreon supporter, go to glassgeek.com. On the homepage, there is a Patreon link right there. If you don't want to show support through Patreon, I also have an Amazon link. If you click my Amazon link, if you're going to do any shopping whatsoever, please use my link. I am an Amazon associate member. Any shopping that you do doesn't cost any more. It just gives me credit. That's a great way to show support. I'm selling t-shirts, everything else on there too. That helps show support for any of my travels and things that I do. We got Virginia Poltrack, and Virginia Poltrack's artwork is available at glassgeek.com. Also, her and her husband Jonah Poltrack have a small app development company called Fat Russell. I have a direct link for that. Or you can just go to the Google Play Store, type in the word Fat Russell, and all their content will be made available for download right there. Please download it. Some of it's paid, some of it's free, and it's for pretty much every mobile device. But I don't think iOS. Jason over at Next Gen Lens created an affordable glass lens replacements, foil issue repair kits. Check out Jason at nextgenlens.com. For all these people I'm mentioning, I do have links at glassgeek.com. Linda Jovic, she creates handmade doggy leashes, doggy chew toys, and so much more. Check out Linda at Dogs by Linda. Chara Kelly has Sign for Glass. It's an application on Google Glass where you receive a word of the day. You click on the side of your glass, and it shows a small video teaching you sign language for that word of the day. So make sure you activate that. What else? Pixel and Print, Alex and Ryan. Roxanne Riskin and myself have a series of Glass Alphabet books out, all created using Google Glass, called the Glass Alphabet books. Two of those kind of star Curtis, my little buddy, who should be here with me, but he's in my truck right now. I forgot to grab him this morning. I also have a new book out that with Roxanne Riskin called Road Less Traveled. And Roxanne also has two books, Glass on the Beach Part 1 and Glass on the Beach Part 2. All can be found on the About page at glassgeek.com. Just by clicking the image of the books, it will take you directly to the websites where you can purchase the books. Or Amazon and iTunes for the digital copies. So until then, until my next Almost Daily podcast, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Make sure to check out the daily vlogs and the Almost Daily vlogs. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you and really thank my guest today, because it's wild. Other than having a waitress at a restaurant or at a truck stop, it's nice to have someone that could actually talk and just hang out, man.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for listening. And people, listen to the podcast and the videos. Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully this helps get you guys some support.
Anything helps. Anything.
Yeah, we need to get your guys' GoFundMe and Patreon campaign kicked off and get you guys some equipment.
We won't let you down. Just
No.
leave it at that. We won't let you
Me?
down.
You're not letting me down. I want to support you guys.
All the supporters that we have, anybody, listeners, whoever decided to become supporters, we won't let you down.
Overseas, if you guys live overseas,
Yeah,
if you live here in America, it doesn't matter. They need your support.
Any support is much appreciated.
Exactly.
Every little bit helps.
And it really does in your guys' case.
Oh,
You
it
guys
does.
really do art just at the beginning stages of putting together a team and getting everything done. So.
Not only, but on our GoFundMe, we're actually going to reward our
Yeah, let's talk about that before we go.
investors. From certain amount of money. It's all on there when you go check it out. You'll be either a certification. Thank you for your support. Or
So their names are going to be within the credits of the game.
Yes. All the supporters from day one, and as the amount donated or invested in us goes up, then the reward goes up. You'll get a finalized copy and a certificate, your name on the game, and
And
cool.
the highest one, you could be a voice actor in the game for one of the characters.
Well,
of your choice.
so what's the highest? What do you get to be? What do you have to do to be a voice actor? How much? How much you looking for? Because I might jump on that.
Well, Let's just
I'm
wait
kidding.
for that. Let's just wait for that because
Let's let you check that out on our GoFundMe and
Yes.
Patreon site.
I will go there. I will go to it. I notice that you guys do send out updates too, because I get
Yeah.
updates once you become a Patreon member or a GoFundMe member. They do send out almost on a weekly basis, it seems, updates
That's
of what's
what
going
we're
on.
trying to.
yes.
We want to try to release some of our work every Tuesdays. That's what we're shooting for. Doesn't always happen because sometimes it takes longer to draw.
That's why I do the almost daily vlog and the almost daily podcast, because it's hard to do everything daily. So.
Feel free to comment and message us on the website or email, all that. You know, we listen. Any advice doesn't have to be,
Help. Yeah, if there's any
Advice.
programmers out there that can give advice or help, or anybody that has done this in the past and kind of want to help a new startup, kind of tell them the ropes and what they should do next to become successful like this. Hey, let them know. Let them know.
Oh, and I don't know if Chris Kitchen listens to this.
Of course.
If you do, Chris Kitchen, get in contact with me. I have a good idea for a new game system.
I think he's more involved in Tesla.
Well, no, see, he's doing the gloves and whatnot.
Well, I have an
Chris
idea for a
is
car.
insane. Chris does so many things. I don't think he focuses on one thing at a time.
See, that's
it's
the
either
type of
mathematics or whatever.
ADD.
Yeah, Chris.
I have that too, so it's fine. It's fine. My mind is running minutes.
No, that's always.
Yeah.
He's the man from Oz. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks for listening, and
you.
we will talk to you guys on the next Almost Daily podcast. Let's go hit Universal.
Thank you all very
Yeah,
much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. And okay, real fast. We're still recording over here.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching the Almost Daily Vlog.
Yeah.
Hasta
Part
luego.
one.
See you
Part
later.
one. There's
I
going to
want
be
to
more
do it
today.
this once.
There's going to be more.